Well, let's switch gears now and find out what is happening to kids' entertainment and programming within the Nigerian creative space. The general entertainment from Nollywood and the music industry that we now popularly call Afrobeat has shown impressive growth across recent years, and we are already making our presence felt on the global stage. So much so that international content now struggles to compete with Nigerian content in Nigeria. Sadly, the story is different when it comes to kids' entertainment. It's almost non-existent these days, and bulk of the content kids consume are foreign from big studios. Recently, I visited the Ant Hill Studios led by acclaimed filmmaker with multiple nominations in the upcoming African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, Niyi Akinmolayan, and he is testing waters in local kids entertainment with his new Temi and the Laba Laba Band series. In our conversation, I asked him why filmmakers are ignoring the kids entertainment value chain in the creative industry.
It's a very weird thing to think about because if targeting children is targeting families, right? It almost feels like a small mindset thinking, especially, and all the stakeholders are guilty. The TV networks, the brands, and all the likes. If your child loves close up, that's what everybody is going to use in the house. So if you target the kids to love a particular product that they don't even pay for, you're targeting the entire family. It's supposed to be a no-brainer. But I think the other problem is the people who get the biggest blame are we, the filmmakers, the producers. If we're not making quality children and family content, we will not make a case for why those things should be out there. Everyone has a role to play. The British government spends over £1 billion every year on CBBS, those children programming. That is why there's Peppa Pig everywhere in the world. That is why your kids want to speak British English. It's deliberate and it's targeted. The government is, shows like Temi and the Laba Laba Band shouldn't just be funded by people like us. There should be some incentive from the government to say, hey, we want to see representation of our children by our children, because these sitcoms exist. You see them on Nickelodeon, on Disney, but they are not our kids. They don't represent the values that we represent as a people. And what you see is that everyone is complaining, oh, the kids can't speak Yoruba anymore. They don't understand our culture, our tradition. But we're all sitting back and we're playing, Nickelodeon and Disney Plus for the kids to watch. How are they going to do that? Now, children programming is very, very hard to do. And that's why a lot of Nollywood people run away from it. And also, Nollywood is Nollywood. It's really an adult film industry. Children programming has to be an industry on its own. And there has to be big players coming in, both financially. The government has to play a key role in it. Typically, a show like this should be aired on NTA for free, because of the value, the educational value and the entertainment value it provides for kids.
And what she has already started. Temi!
If I make a Jagun or a Lishabi or all they're adult films, they stay with the adults and they come and go whenever they need to. But we're still watching The Lion King. In the next 10 years from now, they're going to make it again. 20 years from now, they're going to remake all these films. We're still going to watch it. Why? There is something powerful about the things that stay with you as a child. Also, when it comes to films, the revenue streams are very limited, right? The revenue streams are, you do cinemas, you do platforms, and the likes, okay? But when it comes to children programming, there's a lot more you can do. Kids want to be associated with characters they love. So there's merchandising, there is stationery, there is theme parks. Most people don't know that for a long time, the sizable amount of money Disney was making was in theme parks. In fact, they put a lot more investment in theme parks than in the movies themselves. There are toys. So many opportunities, that can come. If kids fall in love with Temi and the Laba Laba Band, they want to meet Temi. They want to, if Temi is wearing a bag in the show, they want to wear that bag. It's not the same thing with a movie. So it's unimaginable, the possibilities of having children programming.
Just write the song from here, your heart. Once we add music, drum, don't worry, it will make sense.
If you do a show about two kids that are superheroes that are saving, the world or Lagosian, and they have a costume and kid, and it's a hit show, people are going to be buying those costumes for triple the price. The opportunities are endless. But if we cannot even say, then let's look at America. Let's look at Disney. Let's look at Lego, as a company. Those are, you look at Mattel, the people behind Transformers. There's recently a film came out, Minecraft. At first, old people like me and you on Twitter were like, who's going to watch it? That film is going to gross over $1 billion. Yes, it's going to gross, probably close to $2 billion. Okay, by the time you people heard this interview, it'll probably be on its way to that already. Now, have you seen kids on Minecraft? It's like cocaine. It's like drugs. Like I see my kids on, like, what is going on? What are you people doing on this game? I don't understand it. But that's the power. Okay? Look at Super Mario, the movie, that grossed 1.2 or 1.5 billion. Everybody went to see it. I went to see it. I went to see it twice. That's how big of a fan, I am. So, and the power of the IP, the intellectual property of a kid's show is transgenerational. Like, if you invest $1 million right now and you bring your $1 million to Anthill, say, let's develop children programming, you are going to eventually make triple, if not quadruple of that money once we begin to get into the hearts of kids, because those things grow with the children. Is why you see a lot of old people still fighting over whether the new Superman is the right Superman. They are worried about the Superman that they first saw when they were kids, whether they'll be authentic, to that.